Hey there. Right now I'm going to go through Mistralton City Gym, and the gym leader here is Skyla, who specializes in flying type Pokemon, and actually, surprisingly enough, every single Pokemon in here, along with flying type, is a dual type of something else, either normal, water, or psychic. So, this gym is actually pretty diverse. But anyway, talk to this gray-haired dude as always to get your fresh water. And right here you will notice there are cannons that will shoot you around the gym. So there are a few parts here that are fairly tricky, but nothing too difficult. And of course, if you're watching this video walkthrough, then you won't really have any trouble, considering I'm just going to go through it. Although I think just playing through, I even fucked up a couple of times. So here we are fighting our first worker, and he just has two Tranquils. Both are, normal flying type. Nothing too spectacular. And here I'm using Girder, which is kind of a big risk, because as you can see there, his Tranquil used Air Cutter, and it pretty much took away, like, damn near half of my health. So, but to counteract that, I'm using Rock Throw. So, although I'm taking super effective damage from pretty much every single one of these Pokemon, I'm also giving out super effective damage. So, and in between each battle, I'm healing. So even if my Girder, ends up with 1 HP at the end of a battle, as long as he pulls through, I'm just going to keep on using him. So, all of these battles should be pretty quick, not only because I'm fast-forwarding through them, but also because of the fact that Girder is taking them out pretty easily. So here we're going to fight a pilot who has a Ducklet and a Sigilyph. And Sigilyph is actually psychic and flying, which is like the worst matchup possible for Girder. But again, considering I have such a big physical attack, and I'm using Rock Throw, which is a physical attack, it's not that bad. Although, I guess I realized how bad of a matchup it was, and I just switched to Rock anyway. So, and here, I must have used 2 takes, because the first time I played through, I kept on messing up there, because instead of going through that cannon from the bottom like I did there, I did it from the left, which just loops you back to where you had already been. So, I guess I didn't mess up in this exact playthrough, but I'm sure I spent 10 minutes before recording this video trying to figure out how the hell to do it. So there we go. My Girder finally gets taken out, but my Rock should be able to take this out pretty easily. Although, never mind, damn. I guess Air Cutter has a chance of flinching. I did not know that. Now we're going to fight one last person before Gym Leader Skyla, and he just has a Swoobat, so if I'm still using Krokorok, it should be able to most likely one-hit KO it. Although Girder should also be able to one-hit KO it, to be honest, considering the level difference. That's like 8 levels, so. Now we're just going to go all the way around the gym, counterclockwise, using these cannons. And you would think my legs would break, but I guess not. In Pokemon, your legs can't break. So, that's a good thing. I wish I lived there. And also, you can't break your nose or even your skull. I mean, look at that. He just, rocketed 60 miles an hour into a fucking wall. And he's cool. Whatever. Let's battle Skyla now. He probably is bleeding out of his face. His eyes are, popped out of their sockets. But whatever, it's cool. All in the name of Pokemon, right? So, the first Pokemon she has is a Swoobat. The second Pokemon she has is a Swanna, which is the evolution of Ducklet, which is a water flying type. And finally she has an Unpheasant, which is the final evolution of Pidove, I believe. That's terrible that I don't know this. Yeah, Pidove. So, Swoobat should be able to be taken out pretty easily by Krokorok. And actually, that's something to note. That move that Swoobat just used, Acrobatics, is a flying type move that I think it has a fairly weak power to it. Let me check real quick. But it has fairly decent power, but if the attack lands on a Pokemon that isn't holding an item, the attack power doubles. Yeah, its base power is 55, but it doubles to, what would that be, 110, if the defending Pokemon doesn't have any item equipped. So make sure all of your Pokemon have an item equipped, even if it's like a berry or something like that. And here, Swanna is kind of a pain in the ass because it uses Aqua Ring, and I think it pretty much always opens up with that move. And what Aqua Ring does is it heals the Pokemon every turn a little bit. So it's kind of a pain in the ass if it's using like Air Cutter or something along those lines and doing a fuck of a lot of damage to you, because it does a lot of damage. Not Air Cutter, with Air Slash. But yeah, if it has Aqua Ring and it's doing a hell of a lot of damage to you, Swanna's really pretty much a badass. So as you can see here, it's just destroying my Gerder, especially when she uses a Hyper Potion. So, and I think she might have two, but maybe she only has one Hyper Potion. But whenever her Pokemon get like under 25% health and they don't get knocked out, she uses her Hyper Potion. So, and here Croc gets taken out because Swanna is part water, so it used Bubble Beam and destroyed my Croc, which sucks. And I think, oh, actually I have Superior. I think I might end up trying to use like the Leech Seed Mega Drain combo. Yeah. Which Leech Seed in reality just kind of like counterbalances the Aqua Ring, so it's not terribly helpful for me, although it kind of does help a little bit. And I'm thinking, oh, actually I guess I'm going to use Leaf Blade. Although I don't think I end up taking out Swanna with Superior. Although, hell, maybe I do, if I can pull off one last Leaf Blade. Although I think I'll end up probably sending out one of my, like, kind of decoy Pokemon and heal Gerder up. But there we go. There's the second Hyper Potion, which totally screws over my Superior. But let's see what happens next. I think I might probably just go down with the ship. Use Leaf Blade. Oh, Mega Drain. Let's see how this turns out. Because in reality, hell, I probably played this in late April, maybe even May. And right now, I'm recording this in September. So, it's, you know, it's probably been May, June, July. I mean, it's probably been 3, maybe even 4 months since I actually recorded this. So, there we go. I guess my Superior brooded through it. And now, finally, we are going to take on her Unpheasant. And it has Quick Attack, Razor Wind, Air Slash, and Leer. Which, none of those moves are, you know, terribly good. So, there we go. I sent out my Venipede, and I'm going to fast forward through this because I'm just using it as a decoy to heal up my Gerder. So, same thing with Blitzel. I use Revive through my Venipede, and I use probably Hyper Potion through my Blitzel. And now I'm going to send out my Gerder with full health. And hopefully I'll be able to Rock Throw it and take it out. Although maybe, yeah, that does so much damage. One more, which totally foils my plan. So I'm probably going to have to end up doing that again. Yep. Probably should have just fast forwarded through all of this, but oh well. So now I'm probably just going to hope that, oh, Panpour actually didn't get knocked out, which is really surprising. There we go. Now we're probably going to throw out a Leech Seed, maybe. Try to grind him down. Yep. Although one Pheasant will probably do a pretty damn big chunk of damage right here. Not that bad. Now I'm probably just going to Mega Drain him to death. Maybe use Leaf Blade first, while I still have plenty of HP. Nope. Use the Mega Drain. Sorry, this is kind of boring. But anyway, on a different topic, I've been getting back into the TCG, and mainly because of the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, which you can find at Pokemon.com/TCGO. And man, that is so fucking cool. I would have killed for that when I was a kid. I mean, Pokemon for me when I was a kid was pretty much like 90% TCG, and then like, well, yeah, maybe like 80% TCG, 10% video games, and 10% anime. So the TCG was really the driving force behind me loving Pokemon so much. And I've been picking up packs here and there for the online code so I can make some decks and play online. So if anybody's out there that's actually listening 11.5 minutes into this video and you want to play, send me a message or post a comment. But anyway, here we get the, what the hell is it called? The Jet Badge from Skyla. And I guess level 70 Pokemon will obey you. And if, most importantly, we get the TM62, which is Acrobatics, which, as I said before, the power doubles if the opposing Pokemon isn't holding any items. So, and also Acrobatics can pretty much be learned by damn near all Pokemon. So it's a really good like tech move that you can just throw on, you know, for example, if Girder could learn it. I don't think he can, but if Girder could, then it would be a great move. Although, not really. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. For, let's see, if someone's, like, really weak against bug Pokemon, for example, you could throw Acrobatics on it, and then, you know, your opponent would be like, oh shit, I'm going to throw out my bug Pokemon and fuck you up, and then you'd be like, nah, not really, because I have Acrobatics, and I'm going to fuck you up. So, anyway, hopefully that made a fucking shred of sense, but now we are going to go all the way through Route 7 again, and we are going to get to, what is it called? Twist Mountain, which is a pretty fucking cool area. So, I'll see you there.